Pre-orders are up for Teela. I'm skipping her. I'm gonna be honest. I almost can't even believe this. Here, look, let's just get into it. Look. See that? Teela went up. She's right here. Pictures and everything are ready. There she is. You could say that looks good. Kind of does. I'm not completely against it. That looks pretty good right there. That looks pretty good. That's fine. That's pretty good. Pretty good. That's weird on the eyes, but... So... I don't know what's going on here. But... I can no longer support it. If you caught the live, the last live, we unboxed She-Ra. The new Eternia She-Ra. And she's trash. And it's not just the figure in general. It's the entire future of every female figure in the line. Every single one of them. Something happened to their quality. They're dropped off. And they dropped off hard, and it's really not okay. Look, a couple of things real quick. One, from the front, that looks right. But let's go ahead and get into this figure real quick from the little bit that I can see. What's going on with the butt here? Like, do you see this gap right here? Well, here's what's going on with the butt. It's wrong. It's wrong. They turned it into a type of skirt thing. Now, maybe I'm wrong. We'll give it this much. It's new Eternia. So it's not retro Teela, okay? It's new Eternia. That means they're allowed to take certain liberties. So this we are going to leave alone. It's somewhat wrong, but this is a new Eternia version of Teela. There are slight differences, and we will allow those slight differences. But what we won't allow is the same problems we just encountered with She-Ra. We're doing it again here. Look at the arms. There is no bicep swivel. They're single jointed. Their wrists are not, like, they move, but like this is bad. This is a bad figure. And they're reusing the body sculpt. They're reusing the body sculpt. Look at this figure. Okay? And if you haven't seen my my live, there will be a chapter for her that will go up, but it'll be a ways from now. Maybe you'll want to go check out the last live and skip to the point where I'm talking about She-Ra. Maybe that would help a little bit with what I'm trying to explain, but like, the arms now are restrictive on this figure. Like, that's the max of movement. That's it. Now, I've heard some people say that they don't mind single jointed elbows. I'm not one of those people. I have arms. And as a person, my arms go past this point. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. I can't understand it. When you're up against figures like this, and you know what? Even to look at McFarlane figures, which are at the exact same scale and basically the same price point. They have double elbows, full articulation, movement, bicep swivel, characters that can move. She can't, like without the bicep swivel, you've got this, and it's not enough. Like, you can't, like, come on. You can't do anything with it. Like, I'm highly disappointed in She-Ra. After spending time with Evelyn, I'm disappointed in the Evelyn figure. I'm not buying the Teela. I refuse to. I can't in good conscience support the Masterverse design factor that they're going for currently. These are not Origins. If you needed to take the price up a little bit, you needed to do that. These are not Origins. The idea for Masterverse was that this was the new, more modern line. This was supposed to be the modern line, where the Origins line was supposed to be a nostalgia line. You could do some new things in Origins, but it still had to fit as if it was toys we bought in the 80s. This is supposed to feel like a toy we bought today. And strangely enough, you walked your entire line backwards. I don't understand it. I can't condone it. Like, I loved Masterverse. I still think there's a lot of hope for Masterverse if you get your crap in order. Before the retro figures, get your crap in order. Fix the female buck. Even if all you have to do is just go back to what you were doing before. There is no reason to walk them backwards. You didn't just take away the double elbow. You took away the bicep swivel, which cripples the characters. You were moving in a direction where we knew that we wanted people that could hold their swords up. So you were starting to add this joint to the men. Now we're not seeing that in a whole lot of figures, and you didn't bother to put it on the female characters. All you had to do was craft basically one hand that you could have just like thrown around to every other character, so they would have had a straight sword hand. Instead you got this. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do some poses, but like, can we do this? Can we do it? Can we get a, there, kind of, no, crap. Say what you will. Defend it. Agree with me. Either way, Teela is my favorite MOTU character by far. It's not even close. She is my favorite MOTU character of the entire lineage. So I have bought basically every Teela thing that I have come across. I even bought the Mondo Teela. And I normally don't spend that kind of money, and I don't collect in 1/6. But it was Teela. Caught my attention. She's on my shelf. This can't do it. I think that Masterverse has made a huge mistake here. And until they can fix it, I can't buy a single female in the line, regardless of how much I like said person or how great they might look at first glance, because this Teela looks good at first glance. But I already know. You took away 2 articulation points. Not 1, 2. And believe me, anybody out there that does anything with posing and or photography will tell you it made a difference. I'm not going to waste my money on another female in the entirety of this line until this problem is fixed. And if it doesn't get fixed, I may drop the line altogether. Now, I know that sounds, one could even argue, extreme. But you set a standard and a promise. When Super 7 does Conan figures, and I already know the kind of bodies and everything they use, this is what I expect. Now, had I got him and, like, he didn't have bicep swivel, but still had the 90-degree arm, I would call him out too, and I would be mad. I'm already calling out Marvel Legends for knowing that they can do this. They can produce her. They can produce that Black Widow. They can produce the new Jean Grey. And then for some reason, they are still going back to the bucks that we have seen for the last decade using the single torso joint. I'm at the point where I'm kind of walking away from all the female figures of the Marvel line as well, because that's really not okay. You have proven that you can upgrade that line. You have proven that you have better female buck design. You are choosing on purpose not to implement it. It's not okay. Am I still buying some Marvel Legends here and there that have that kind of design? Yes. I just bought the She-Hulk Fantastic Four. So I'm willing to admit. But I don't think it's as egregious. See, when Marvel Legends decides to remove something, they remove this part here. I still think that's bad. But all of this has maintained. Even the ones that are currently being released now that are missing this middle torso joint are still getting the double elbows. They're still, some of them are still even getting butterflies, even without that, even without the mid torso joint. So like, or the lower torso joint. So like that's okay, but like this is not. This is not where, oh, she can't bend forward a whole lot. You took away at least 30% or more of her movement in her arms. And for a character that is meant to pose with a sword and sword fight, you cannot get away with that. I have a Red Sonja right here. And that Red Sonja has the single joint elbow. But it's not as limiting, first off. The hand has very little that stops it. And there's a bicep swivel. You see how important that bicep movement is? You see how you can really get... Look at this. Look at this simple thing I'm doing right here. That That's very simple. But then you jump over to somebody that you've removed the bicep swivel. Look at how out that is. You can't get it better. You can't turn the arm. This is not okay. The She-Ra is a bad figure because comparing her to the earlier figures in the line, they move better. Arguably, maybe even look better, but that's that's subjective. The Evelyn, we finally got the costume we wanted. You took her arms away. The Teela, we finally basically got the costume we wanted. You took her arms away. It's not okay. Fix it. I will not be the only one that stops buying. I know this. I feel this. I'm positive I'm not the only one that feels this way. Fix it.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.